Hello everyone, it's Adrian. You're welcome or welcome back to the channel where I talk about my unfiltered thoughts and opinions that nobody asked for. If you're new, you're welcome to the family. Like and subscribe, and like we normally do, get comfortable. Without further ado, let's get right into it, shall we? As we all know, this year is coming to an end, and every single year that you have is an opportunity for you to learn new lessons that you didn't learn from the past years that you had, and basically grow from that and break bad habits if you have some. I mean, we all have some kind of bad habit, and this year was no different. 2024 was no different. It was just one of those years where you learn a lot of things, you meet a lot of people, you make meaningful connections, and today I'm mostly going to be focusing on lessons. But one, I got to learn a lot of lessons, but one lesson that really stood out to me, that I was like, oh my God, I've been wanting to learn this and master this, and finally I can kind of do it right now. I mean, I couldn't do it before. I've been trying so hard to fix this. I mean, I haven't fully fixed it, but I think I'm in a good place right now where I'm not too worried about this thing. And that thing is learning to let go of perfectionism and control in general. Not always having to be perfect or put perfect work out. I mean, it doesn't really matter what it is. I think it always manifests in every single thing that I do, where I always want to make every single thing perfect, like every little thing. I mean, it comes in the little tiniest things that I do on a daily basis, whether that's like cooking a meal. I want to make sure that this is the best meal I'm making, or making my bed. I make sure there are no like wrinkles. Like, it doesn't matter what it is, just it comes in this little ways in my day-to-day life, even in like big things, whether that was like school or any other goals. I am a perfectionist, and it's a good thing and it's a bad thing, but I think this has mostly consumed me in a not so good way, and I've always had this obsession with wanting to be in control, because that's when I'm saying, when I'm not in control of things and I don't know what's going on and other people are in charge, I get really like anxious. I'm like, oh my God, what if something goes wrong, you know? But then something that I forget is that sometimes things can just go wrong. It doesn't matter who's in control. I can be in control and something can still go wrong. So that's something that I've always wanted to work on, and somehow I just could not do it. I would always worry so much and trying to perfect every single thing, that sometimes I would work on something that I'm supposed to put out, but I wouldn't put it out there because I was like, oh God, look at this thing, it's not perfect. Like, I have to make sure it sounds good, it looks good, everything is just perfect. If it doesn't, I would just not put it out there and just keep it in, or sometimes procrastinate. I mean, I'm not the biggest procrastinator really. When I want to do something, I just do it. But because of that perfectionism, sometimes I would hold things back because I didn't think they were good enough, and that held me back for so long. And so something that I've always wanted to work on. But this year, I wasn't really trying to work on it that much, but things that would somehow trigger me and send me into this perfect and like panic mode when I'm not in control, when things are not going the way I want them to go. I would always panic and lose my cool. I'm like, what's going on? Like, I'm literally losing it. Like, everything has to be perfect. But this year things were different, and there were some things that didn't go my way, small little stuff, and I would notice that I was not upset. I wasn't panicking. I wasn't so worried about what happened to the thing. I would just be like, oh, that didn't work out. That's messed up. But anyways, life goes on. Oh, that did not work out. Damn, I've been working so hard to make that thing work, but It did not. I guess we're just gonna move on. And at first I didn't realize it, and then one day I was just sitting by myself and had this realization like, oh my God, I'm not, for the first time in my life, I'm not trying to control everything. I'm not trying to force everything to happen my way or a certain way. And if things go good, amazing, great, that's a good thing. If they don't go my way, I'm like, that's messed up. I wanted it to go this way, but it didn't, and that's okay. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. I will still have another opportunity to try again. And when I realized that, I was just so happy with myself. I was just so pleased with myself because I was like, God, I've been wanting to get to this place where I just don't lose my mind over not being in control. I mean, I'm still a little bit of a control freak. It didn't really fully go away, but I'm just amazed that it's at the end of the year. I mean, it's gonna be 2025 in like 2, 3 days, and I'm just at peace. I'm grateful for the things that went well, things that were good, and also I'm not too worried about the things that didn't go my way. Also, even when it comes to this channel, I would hold a lot of content back because I was like, oh, this is not perfect. I keep stuttering. Is this topic okay, or is it like kind of dumb? And then this year I realized, you know what? I don't care. I don't care if it's kind of dumb or if I stutter. The point of this is for me to talk and fully um, be myself and stutter and still put it out there despite it not being perfect, because I don't want this to be like highly produced and stuff. I want uh, someone who's listening to this one to just feel like they're listening to a friend. And when it comes to normal daily conversations with real people, people take poses, they stutter a little, and that's just how things happen in real life. So I kept holding a lot of stuff back because I was like, oh God, this is not perfect, da da da, and all of that kind of stuff. But this time I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm just gonna put it out and not stress too much about everything being so perfect. So that's something that I'm super grateful for and that I wanted to talk about. I was kind of running a lot. That's a lot of ranting right there, but let me know. Let me know as we're coming to the end of this year, the lessons that you learned, or one uh, lesson that was like, that's like profound, that you're like, this, I'm so glad I learned this. For me, it's not like I learned this. I've always known that I wanted to take care of this part of myself, which I know it's not fully gone, but it's a work in progress. You know what I mean? I'm still working on it. And I'm so glad that I got to finally go over that wall and do things and not want to always be in control or make everything perfect. You know what I mean? Because sometimes that can be a con more than a pro. So that's something that I want to talk about. But let me know about you guys' lessons that you got to learn this year, that you're still trying to work on, or that you're glad and happy that you finally got to learn. That's it. That's all I have to say for today. Like I normally do, take care of yourself. I love you, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.